What's good, y'all? This your boy. How y'all doing this evening? Today is 4th of July. I know a lot of y'all's out there having some barbecue and everything like that. I just want to make a quick video about this day. Today is the 4th, the day when people like to barbecue, spend time with family, and America likes to celebrate its independence. For those who do not know, I'm gonna give you a quick history lesson. The 4th of July supposedly is the day where America officially became independent from the British. Apparently, America did not like the idea of paying unreasonable taxes from the people that they used to slaughter the natives of this land and the French. So to get out the deal, they decided to go ahead and cut political ties with the British, the very people that our ancestors fought with just to get some freedom. But anywho, this video is to give you some knowledge. The 4th of July is to celebrate the independence of the European white man. It ain't got shit to do with black people. This day, on this very day, while the white man was celebrating his independence, the native people was fighting to keep theirs, to keep their cultural identity, to stay alive against the dark forces of the European empire of this nation. Begging and pleading, please don't kill the children. That's what this day is. The only independence that people are celebrating is the independence of the very people that enslaved so many in this nation. Now I know people might say, well, Jeremy, that was a long time ago. Well, the last time I checked, there should never be a time limit on acknowledging the ones that suffered before you. The Africans that died, that so their children might, in the hopes that their children might have a future. We should never allow there to be no time limit on that. And for people to say that this right here is for the veterans that died for this nation's independence, let's keep in mind, a lot of those were African Americans that were slaves, that fought for a country that never belonged to them, that never acknowledged them as human beings. During the time that the Declaration was signed, the black man and the native man wasn't even considered human beings. We were just considered less than a dog. Those soldiers that fought in the war to give the Europeans their independence, because that's really what this day is about. The independence of the European Empire. Our brothers were just dogs that they sent to get their independence. It ain't got shit to do with us. The Native Americans, to this day, for those who are probably going to say, well, that was a long time ago, are still fighting to keep their damn independence. It wasn't too long ago that they took native land just to get some damn oil line. $3 billion. That's how much a human life is worth to them. This day is to celebrate their triumph, their independence, not ours. The people might say, well, we were free now. Well, for those who must have forgot, when they signed the Bill of Rights in 1865, that bill was forcibly signed. They had to let us go because they lost. It had shit to do with them wanting to free us willingly. See, that's the problem. When you force something on somebody, it might happen, but it's not genuine. And because the freedom of the black man was not genuine, the people never fully accepted it. You know what I'm saying? It never was embedded in their conscience completely. And I'm not talking about all white people. I'm talking about the ones that enforced and supported the slavery. That's why we remained slaves years after that, during Jim Crow. The black man was not independent in 1765. The black man didn't even begin to have any type of independence until Jim Crow. And you see what happened when we tried to build our own cities, our own towns. They destroyed it because there was no mutual respect for us as human beings. They never accepted that we were free beings like them. That was the only problem by forcing them to free us. They never accepted it. They didn't do it because it was in their hearts. They did it because a force more powerful than them forced them. So, for those who celebrate this day, I have no hate for you. Enjoy this day. Enjoy it, but enjoy it because it allows you to be with family and friends, not because it's a symbol of independence of this country. Because remember, on this day, your ancestors were not free. But I don't want this video to be too long. If you agree with what I said, leave a comment. If you don't agree with what I said, still leave a comment. I'll gladly come back to you. Oh, and remember this, keep this in mind. On this very day that you're celebrating with your family, while the Europeans was celebrating their independence, the black man was praying for his. Deuces.